Hi, my name is Devon Saunders, and this is my epic guide to being a film wife. If you are a film wife, or if you're supporting a loved one who's in film, this is for you. Here we go. My husband Jay and I actually met starring opposite each other in a film, several years of dating, 6+ years of marriage, a 4-year-old daughter, and a production company, and a miniseries called ITHACA later. Here we are. I'm sure many of you may not personally be in film, and that's okay. It could just be your partner. This video is still gonna be for you. I've boiled my experience over the years down to 4 top tips. I wanna hear yours too. So please, as you're listening to this and you're thinking, oh my gosh, that one time, or oh, that totally rings a bell, I learned XYZ, please comment below. I think we can all learn from each other. Number 4, have patience with their schedule. There is so very much that goes into a shoot. For our miniseries ITHACA, we were waiting for a perfect snowstorm to film a particular scene, and it's actually the base of an entire episode. This is something that we absolutely needed, and we literally had to wait 4 years for this to actually come to fruition. 4 years. Talk about some time that we had to wait. When it came down to it, filming itself only took about 2 hours because we had only a certain amount of sunlight left and all of that, but it was an entire day prepping to be ready for just this one time frame that we were going to be filming this particular episode, which, if you've seen ITHACA, you know those are small episodes. You would think, well, this would probably not take much time. Not true. I'm sure by now you've heard the term hurry up and wait. That is absolutely a truism when it comes to film. It is nuts how much goes into just one tiny shot. One scene can take an entire day of shooting. There are so many factors that are going in, so have patience and know he literally does not actually know what time he's gonna wrap, and it can take a long time.
It's your wife.
Okay. Don't have a dinner reservation. So if your loved one isn't an actor but they're a filmmaker, then you've got a whole other thing to be patient about, because they're gonna want to get test footage for things probably quite often, and you're gonna get grabbed sometimes and taken like, oh, it's golden hour, oh my gosh, we have to go now, we have this one like hour of time, and I've got to try that. There's this one location and just one more shot.
All right, go for it. And go for it, baby. Turn towards me. Go ahead and do a slow crawl. Ooh, that's nice. I like it right there.
There's lots of just one more shot. If you didn't think you were gonna be in front of a camera, you are. It's something you're gonna have to get used to. I'm sorry, it's part of the deal. Personally, I enjoy being in front of the camera since I am an actor. So for me, I really enjoyed it. For me, it just kind of felt like I got to be my husband's muse. I like that part. Don't stress, don't fret. If that is not your thing, that's okay. Usually test footage doesn't get seen. Number 3, their brain is a scary neighborhood. Don't blame it on their faces. So there was actually a really good chunk of our marriage where I thought he was super unhappy with me. I would look at him and he would literally have this look on his face like he was so unhappy, angry, super angry. And I thought, oh my God, what did I do? Eventually I had to call this out. No joke, this was years into our marriage where I finally said, you know, are you happy? Because like you look angry like all the time. He started to think about, why would I look angry? Why would you think this? That's it. That's it, that's the face. And he's like, I'm thinking. I'm just thinking, I'm working things out in my head. Oh my God, I'm just thinking. I'm coming up with ideas in my head, and it's all of these ideas about ITHACA that are going on inside my head. Oh my God, you have no idea what a relief that was. John Fogerty was on the radio. So Jay was like, John Fogerty, Fogerting. Why don't we call it Fogerting? So that was the birth of a term that we use all the time now, where I can look at Jay and I can be like, are you fogarting right now, or are you angry? No, babe, I'm just fogarting. For your loved one, maybe it's a different creative process. Maybe they have some other sort of thing that they do or they say, like maybe they emotionally shut off completely, not sleeping. Maybe they're being completely self-deprecating. Maybe they're not eating all day long because they're just completely focused on their work. Whatever their creative process might be, my tip for you is they may not actually understand that that's a connection, and they're not used to having somebody that close in their life to notice this. Or if it's something that's affecting you, realizing, the two of you realizing that this is something that, you know, hey, we're a team now, and when this is going on, this affects me this way. That's a really important thing to point out. Check in with your partner to make sure that, you know, mental health is also in check. Recognizing that behavior, being able to call it out to each other and explain what that is and make sure that it's healthy. They might be blocking some things out and they don't realize it. And they need you to be able to be that loved one to tell them. Tip number 2, plan your work and work your plan. Now, this might sound a little bit more specific to how he should probably be structuring his day. With ITHACA, since Jay is a filmmaker and a director and an actor, and it's just work can be constant. Film takes up a lot of time. So you absolutely have to be way more purposeful about taking that time to have that quality, sit down, do something, don't talk about film, don't talk about projects, just take time to just be the two of you together and not talk about work. And that's so important for your relationship. So in order to do this, you've got to sit down, compare your schedules, and practically, literally schedule those pockets of time to be purposeful about having that date night, about having that family game night, whatever it is, to make sure you're taking time out to rest and be with one another. Comment below if you've got a good tip for this as well. And for my number 1 tip, listen. Having the love of your life be a sounding board for you is huge. In so doing, with you being their sounding board, that is an active way of you showing him your love for him. Support that creativity. You might feel bad, like there's so many ideas that are going on in their head. If you can't keep up with them, that's okay. Listening to them with the excitement that only you can because you're watching the person that you love, so passionate. Along with listening is acknowledging them and validating them for what it is that they are thinking, what they're feeling. There's so many emotions that are wrapped up with their ideas. This was an area that didn't come naturally as instinctive or as like, duh, Devon, like, yeah, listen. I didn't understand at first. The concept of ITHACA came up. We were just kind of having fun. And then it turned into this big snowball of excitement because we started realizing, like, hey, and Jay really started constructing this could really be an incredible story. But not understanding and appreciating the fact that that was something that he was like this with his heart, I didn't recognize that for what it was at first. And that was a mistake that I had to make. They're putting it all out there. They're bearing their soul through their work. Can you imagine that not going validated? That not being acknowledged? Please take the time to validate them for that. Recognize how important this is to them. So I hope this has helped you. I hope this has been an epic journey for you in this guide to being a film wife. If you enjoyed season 1 of ITHACA and you want to see season 2, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Check out the other videos. There's so much to see. My husband and I really do pour our heart and soul into this project, and we're excited to be able to connect to our audience. Until next time, we'll see you in the arena.